Streaming devices such as Apple TV, Netflix, and Google Chromecast generally do not protect kids from adult content. That's according to a new study released today by the Parents Television Council. This may shock parents looking for a child-friendly alternative to traditional cable. To discuss the findings and the study, we're joined by Melissa Henson, the program director with the Parents Television Council. That's an advocacy group promoting family-friendly entertainment. So, Melissa, of this study, what do you think are the biggest takeaways?
Well, I know a lot of families are switching to these streaming services and devices because they give a sense of greater control, because you can't be flipping over to HBO accidentally or MTV accidentally, and you're not going to be exposing your child to inappropriate commercial content. But it is sort of an illusion of control, because when that child is in that environment, it's very easy for them to switch profiles, to be able to view and access adult content, unless you're putting proper parental controls in place. And even with those parental controls in place, there's a good likelihood that they're still going to be seeing some things that you don't want them to see. And based on this report, it doesn't look like there's any perfect device or perfect system, but according to your study, what do you think are the best streaming devices well,
that you can tell so far?
Yeah, the Google Chromecast is actually the most limited in terms of its functionality, but that limited functionality actually gives parents the maximum amount of control, because it has no menu screen of its own. It can only show content that's being cast from another device. So if you're holding your cell phone, your child is not going to be seeing what's on the menu screen. They're only going to be seeing the content that you choose to cast onto your television set.
So then what are kind of your tips for parents who want to be able to do this and protect their children?
Well, I would say definitely you want to look at the different streaming services and devices that are on the market, find one that's going to fit your budget, but also look at what kind of parental controls are in place and make sure that you have those parental controls turned on. So if you're using, for example, an Apple TV device in conjunction with Hulu, that's going to be a pretty good protection for you.
So on the upside then, what do you think are some of the benefits of whether it's that streaming service or otherwise, as opposed to traditional cable or whatever you've got on the channels?
Well, I would say that the biggest upside to using some of these streaming services is that you can put your child in a relatively protected environment. So for example, if you're using a child's profile on Netflix or Hulu, as long as they're staying within that child's framework, they're not going to be exposed to anything too graphic. But the difficulty again is that it's very easy to switch profiles. So you don't want to leave your child watching TV unmonitored for an extended period of time, and you want to, and it's just a good habit to get into anyhow, to try to watch TV with your children whenever possible. That way, if something inappropriate does pop up, you have an opportunity to use that as a learning moment, a teachable moment.
Sure, and just another reminder to parents out there to do their homework before they let their kids watch whatever. Melissa Henson, Parents Television Council, thanks so much for talking with us about it.
Thank you.